Hi, this is Kirk, the Bariatric Carnivore. One of my old favorite old MTV songs I remember back when I was in college was The Fix. It was a song called One Thing Leads to Another. And I think a lot of us recognize that whenever our government or something like that engages in some sort of policy, there's always some unexpected consequence that comes from it. Well, the same thing holds true when it comes to prescription drugs. See, one drug may cause side effects with another, and it's not often tested how well certain drugs play with other drugs. In other words, there's interaction between the two different medications, and some of these consequences can be quite disastrous for your health. And that's a problem, especially when you consider the average American is taking between 5 to 10 drugs by the time they're in their 60s. And that can be pretty significant. I mean, when I think back on this, in my own life, when I was 50 years old, I was on 10 medications every single day just to function. I would take a drug because I had ADHD, which caused me not to sleep. So now they give me another drug so I can sleep. And after a while, because my sleep schedule is messed up, hey, let's give me an antidepressant. So you start getting all these drugs, plus the allergy meds, plus the medicine for gout and blood pressure and stuff like that. And nobody can tell me if these drugs affect one another. That all these different chemical compounds that go to the liver, and the liver's going to be working its tail off trying to clear all that stuff out of my system because they're foreign invaders, basically. How is that all affecting my liver? What is it doing to my overall health? And frankly, your doctor can't tell you. There are some drugs that have known issues. When you combine certain drugs, you can drop blood pressure down so significantly that it creates a problem. And they know about certain drug interactions, but not all of them. Frankly, you probably have no idea that the PPIs, things like Nexium and stuff like that you're taking because you have chronic heartburn, actually keeps you from absorbing magnesium. And that creates other health problems down the road. You're probably not even aware of all, it's not just their interactions with each other, but the side effects can be quite severe. A lot of people take statins, and a lot of folks are not aware of the fact that when you take statins, you're running the risk of two chronic dangerous things. One, you've increased your risk of type 2 diabetes pretty significantly. Number two, there's some permanent muscle wasting that can occur. I mean, you can lose large hunks of your muscle forever from taking statins. Do mixing that with other medications, does that make a difference? Frankly, we don't know. They can't study it. When you think about the difficulty of trying to figure out what drug is going to interact with another drug for you, that is a serious algorithmic problem that gets very complicated. And I don't think we can ever get a definitive answer on that stuff. So what's the solution? Really, frankly, get off the medications if you possibly can. Look, most of the money that you are spending for your health care is because of chronic diseases, most of which are lifestyle related. How many of you had a discussion with your doctor about what do I have to do to change my lifestyle to get off this drug? And that's an important discussion to have, but we're not having it because the system isn't set up to get you healthy. It is designed to keep you dependent on it, to keep you coming back for more pills. That's the way it's designed. It's a psychopathic system that is designed with a complete callous disregard for your health. They're trying to take care of your symptoms, but they're not taking care of your health. They're not trying to get you off of drugs and medications. I think a sign of a good doctor would be, how many medications have we gotten you off or kept you from ever having to take? That would be a great doctor, but you can't bill for that. See, they get points, basically. They get money when they prescribe certain medications. I've had some doctors that have been rather clever about the system. And I've noticed in my chart notes that they said, considered giving statin, decided not to do it. And they marked down all the medications that they considered giving, but didn't. And that way they could bill for that. And frankly, that's really what you really are hoping for of a doc, but you're not getting it. Because the path of the least resistance is when they can show that they prescribed 5 medications, they can bill more. That's the way the system works. Most doctors do not work for themselves. They are working for major hospitals. They are part of groups, some of whom are funded by venture capitalists. Very few of them are managed by doctors. They care about their own bottom line. They're not looking after your health. So they want to be able to bill insurance and the government as much money as they can. And the more money and the more prescriptions they write, the more they can bill. That's the way the system works. But it's not the best system for your health, because think about how the different medications start to interact with one another. The only way you can get free of it is to make yourself healthy. Realize that 85% of all the chronic of our money is going to chronic diseases that you can pretty much cure by getting healthy. And you get healthy with diet, sleep, and exercise. That's the bottom line. But nobody pays money for a good diet, good night's sleep, and your own exercise program. But that is within your control. You can do something about that. This is Kirk, the Bariatric Carnivore. If you like this message, if you want to hear more like it, please hit the like and subscribe button. Join this channel. Join with other people that are trying to get out of the healthcare system and get healthy. I try to put out a new message every single workday. I will talk to you soon.